Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the REC podcast, brought to you by REC Comics and Collectibles. I'm your host, Roman Chavez, and with me, as always,
Erik Icarus.
Eric.
I was trying to, they say when you take a selfie, you got to say prune, and they give you the sexy face.
I didn't know that. Oh, well, bomb dude tips for the bomb dudes, all right? You can follow us on Instagram at REC Podcast. You can follow myself at Roman REC Podcast. You can follow the shop at REC Comics, and you can follow this man.
Eric J. Wilden _ Esquire. Hashtag me at Pruneface.
At Pruneface. Hashtag Pruneface Icarus, all right? Yeah. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm good, Holmes. How are you?
Dude, I am amped. We've got quite the week.
Oh, God, yeah. It's going to be a busy week, man.
We've got the Moon Knight season finale, I believe. The premiere of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which your boys will be going to opening night because we have to, for you guys, for us, because the internet is the worst.
You want to try to start some discourse. So we're going to watch it. You get in the comments after the movie and you tell us what's up after we review it.
And then we also have Free Comic Book Day this Saturday, May 7th. We're going to have all kinds of freebies. Some sales going on. Follow us at Instagram for the shop at REC Comics for more details.
I'll be there.
Yeah, Eric's going to be working in the shop that day.
I'm going to be working.
Yeah,
come see me.
Yeah, see the face of REC, as a friend of the show Ken likes to say.
Love you, buddy.
We've got a week, man. Like I said, we've got a week, and unfortunately, we got to start out with a little bit of bad, a lot of bad news. Yeah. We are pouring one out. Neal Adams. Yeah. A Mount Rushmore unto himself in the comic book community as an artist. I mean, every form of the drawn art, I guess. Yeah. The man was a master. At 80 years old, he had complications due to sepsis, I believe was the... and I remember he had went into the hospital last year, but he had been, making a recovery. But Neal was 80, and for those not super familiar with his work, I mean, this guy...
You would know it.
You would know it if you saw it.
Yeah, you. First of all, shame on you. And second, he's. You've seen his work.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's been plastered on T-shirts.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Like you said, the guy. I wouldn't say revitalized the genre, but he had a style onto his own.
He always brought in, a bump. If Neal Adams was drawing it, you were going to be into it. And this is a guy who was still feverishly working to this day.
Right.
COVID really put, the halt. But this is a guy who went to... I mean, if he went to 50 cons a year, it wouldn't shock me.
The
guy was everywhere. He had a massive booth wherever he went. He was doing sketches and signings. And this was a guy who generally loved the medium.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people studied under the feet of the master.
Oh, of course.
Denny O'Neil passed during the pandemic. Yeah. And they had their massive Green Lantern and Green Arrow, Hard Traveling Hero series.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy to me, real quick, is that it's a bummer that we're coming to this point in our lives where a lot of our heroes in this genre or this medium are starting to pass away. Mm-hmm. And I feel like his art style is indicative of the old guard.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like a lot of the new comic book stuff that I've been seeing lately is getting so far away from that. Which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. That's not for me to say. But I don't know. Yeah. Things are going to be a lot different, especially with him gone.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of his peers are going to be going this way, unfortunately. It's just life.
It is. And yeah, we're in that time, like you said, of our lives where the greats, the ones that built the stones on which people walk today are, they're going to be going into that great beyond.
Do you have a favorite, like, Denny O'Neil cover?
Not Denny, Neal Adams.
Neal Adams.
Denny O'Neil Adams.
Denny O'Neil Adams.
Which actually happens a lot when you talk about Neal Adams and Denny O'Neil.
They're kind of,
Yeah, they went hand in hand for a long time. But I've got two favorites that really stand out. X-Men number 57 or 58. Oh, crap. Might be 58, but it's first appearance of Havoc. Yeah. It's a beautiful cover.
Like a good one.
And then an All-Star Batman and Robin issue 8.
That one's a Killer cover.
Yeah, which even the cover A is a Jim Lee cover, which is fantastic. That's the one with the Joker and the tattoo.
Yeah.
The dragon tattoo, the Joker with the dragon tattoo. And then, but Neal Adams did this amazing image. Actually, I've got it. I'm going to show you.
You got to hang on to this because this is definitely one of my favorite all-time covers. Not just from Mr. Adams, but like, come on.
Just in general.
Just in general. You can't mess with this, man.
So this right here, I mean, look at how complex that is. And this is like from 10 or 15 years ago. So this is a man who was already in his late 60s, early 70s doing
stuff like this out
You see the Joker, you see Batman. I mean, this is something that people don't do very often.
No, and it's crazy because he understood the characters, how they live in each other's heads.
Yes.
And portraying that that's just not comic book art, that's art.
And you might not know this, but Neal reintroduced the Joker as this kind of more homicidal character. Like his start in Batman, you'll remember the image. It's the one where Joker's holding the playing card and Batman's kind of hanging on it. That's Neal Adams.
See?
252 something around there.
Oh my God.
And he really brought the Joker into the modern era and made him less of a goof
and more of what we know.
Yeah, for the time.
Right. He set the template of this
where
can
people
be
could
a
go.
Killer clown.
Yes.
Not just a clown.
And he was instrumental in that, revitalizing the Batman character.
Right.
When Christopher Reeve was cast, it was because they wanted to find somebody as handsome as Neal was drawing Superman around the time.
Gotcha.
He's got that classic Superman cover where he's breaking out of the chains and it almost looks like kryptonite chains, like green chains.
That's classic. Boom. After
again, just a Mount Rushmore unto himself, and man, he'll be sorely missed.
Good run.
Oh, one of the best.
That's what I'm saying. The only people really affected by the dead or the living.
Yes,
and
we will be worse without his art.
Of course, and. Of course, shout outs and condolences to his families and his friends, and just as fans, it's a loss, man. It's a freaking loss, and it's all good. So just go out there and appreciate his work, buy his work.
Yeah. If there's anything that they're doing out there for the family, we'll post about it if we hear about it. But our hats off, and we pour one out to the great Neal Adams.
Love you, man.
On to some lighter things. Yeah. Turns out Amber Heard's a piece of crap. Right, guys? We can't be the only ones that have been. Eric's been following a lot of it.
I cannot stop watching it.
It's some of the best reality.
It is so compelling. I mean, come on! It seems like a Johnny Depp movie. The
drama. In the
Amber Heard's lawyer's last name is Rottenborn. Come on!
Jeez.
It don't get. If somebody was destined to be a defense attorney to the stars, this gentleman with Rottenborn as his last name was destined for this. I cannot get enough of this because not only does it raise a lot of social questions as far as domestic abuse, which is just awful.
And to reiterate, we're talking about the people and Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard.
Yeah.
In this defamation trial, their marriage
first of all, defecation trial.
Defecation trial. Their marriage was dissolved in 2016, which I didn't realize it was that long ago.
So long
that Johnny Depp has been in court dealing with this. And while we are not a rumor rag or anything like that, it does have implications for some of the stuff that we get into.
Oh yeah,
and namely her role in Aquaman 2.
Absolutely. Where do they go? She's a pariah at this point.
Yeah. Word has it that her role has been severely minimized in Aquaman 2. The reports are less than or around 10 minutes, which, if you remember the first movie, she's a big part of it. And Mira is, Arthur's queen. So she has really soured Hollywood, and nobody is coming to her defense.
No.
And the big talk on the street is that Jason Momoa has come out in support of Johnny Depp.
Absolutely.
And reportedly has been asked for her to be removed from future DC projects.
I feel like, this... let's get the bad out of the way. This sets back a lot. This is just almost insulting to real people who are suffering from domestic abuse.
Completely.
She's almost trivializing this, and it's disgusting.
Yep.
It also brings up the question that men can also be victims of domestic abuse.
Yeah.
But I am glad she's getting her just desserts.
Yes.
I don't understand why the DCEU is full of crazy people.
And I don't even know if they're full of crazy people, but we have two very big standouts with poor public records right now in Ezra Miller and now Amber Heard. I don't think that that there was ever that much support for Amber Heard. However, when it happened, there was tons.
It was right when the Me Too movement
Yes.
was blooming.
Yeah.
And this would be some of the collateral damage of it, you know.
It just sucks that a lot of the big faces from the Me Too movement have all come out as pieces of crap in the public eye and how things were handled. But it's weird to have, like, as far as I know, I believe Zack Snyder had his hands in the casting of both Amber Heard and Ezra Miller.
I believe he did.
And it's very strange because have we had... What's been what are the black marks on Marvel? I guess Joss Whedon, but he was removed before any of that stuff came out.
Absolutely, yeah. He had already done his time at Marvel before this happened, and was on to the next thing. And so Marvel was kind of like, well, but I don't get in this DCEU where the heroes are acting like the villains. Yeah, this is a little wonky behavior.
Yes.
I mean, they should be cast as villains. I mean, come on. I mean, you don't see Mira taking a crap in Aquaman's bed.
Yeah, taking an aqueduct, as it's known. As it's known in Atlantis. Things work different there. I believe they use three seashells.
They should write this into the comics where Mira and Arthur get a divorce.
Yeah. My gosh. But we'll see. We've never been a big Amber Heard fan here at the RAC. And I'm happy with the least amount of time that I have to see her. I've never been a fan.
I can do her face real quick.
Hold on, you gotta. Yeah, it's always sad and
it's the sad prune face.
It's the sad prune. There you go. There you go. Eric thinks that, and I guess it makes sense that Amber Heard was Johnny's Corvette. It was his midlife crisis.
It was, because we're talking about why would he date this? What did he see in her?
Why would he marry? I don't understand. I can understand dating, but I mean, this is a guy. It's not like he married her and then she went bat crazy.
Well, that's how he explains it.
Oh, he does. Okay.
He does say that, she would, that first year that they were, together, he said that she was a very different person. And then a year into it, that's when the crazy started to come out. And,
I did not catch that part.
So I don't know if this, I mean, she's such a sociopath from what I'm gleaning here.
Yeah.
But, I feel like it's not going to bury the DCEU, but it's not looking good, man.
It's just more negativity piled on.
Because regardless, it's going to affect Aquaman.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless.
Oh, yeah.
Even if she's in there, even if they removed her completely, she left her stain, as it were, on the sheets of Aquaman.
Oh, my God, yes, yes. You have stained the sheets of Aquaman, you sicko. And if you don't know what we're talking about, apparently she left him what do you call it?
Well, Johnny Depp called it a grumpy.
He called it that.
Yeah, on the stand, he's like, she dropped the grumpy on my side of the bed. Because Johnny Depp had left the house, and before he wanted to come back and retrieve some stuff while she was at Coachella. And I guess Johnny Depp's assistant was like, you don't want to come over here, man. Yeah. He's like, well, why not? And then he texted him a picture of said grumpy on his side of the bed, which... I mean, the amount of effort that goes into that is mind-boggling. Like, you got to really not like somebody to do that.
Yeah. And then you got to put some time and some effort into it, too, Yeah.
You got to line it up,
Eric's been dying to talk about this all day, so.
I want to know who cleaned it up.
The assistant. He did. Well, Johnny ain't cleaning it up. Or you just throw the whole bed out, maybe?
Maybe, yeah. You just
you might have to.
And then wrap the sheets up. Just, like a big stinky diaper. Throw it out,
We will see what the future holds, but I'm very happy to be done with Amber Heard in Hollywood. Depending on how she, if all of this is true, because it's still alleged, she doesn't deserve the notoriety that she's gotten, and hopefully we can get Johnny Depp back into the limelight in a way that we can enjoy.
He will no longer work for Disney.
That's what he said.
We'll see how that plays out. But all right. Well, DCEU got to regroup.
Yes.
Recast.
Yes.
They're going to be.
We need Mira. We need Mira. Yeah, we need her.
She's a big
for
part of that
stuff,
universe, right?
Yeah. There's very few logistical threads that need to be involved with Aquaman. One of them is Mira. So hopefully
that was like taking Lois Lane out of Superman.
Very much so. Very much so. And I mean, with Mira, she's a force in her own right. So,
yeah, absolutely. So is Lois.
Yes.
Pulitzer Prize winning journalist.
Yeah.
She'd be covering this case.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, somebody should do that up. Has he played anybody in DC? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. No.
But on to Disney. Eric, we do have some
interesting
and kind of news that bums me out. But John Watts of Spider-Man fame, of cop car fame, the director who was going to be doing Fantastic Four, has stepped away from the project.
Yes.
Basically citing that he's tired.
Yeah.
Which I completely understand. And I've said it numerous times on the show. 3 Spider-Man movies in the time it took for us to get a second
Doctor
Strange film. So, I mean, if you think about it, he's probably been working on that franchise for at least 8 years.
At least, I'd say 10.
You might be right.
Pre-production and I'd say a decade into this Marvel franchise.
And he says he's stepping away, which stinks because it seemed like...
I like to see his vision for it because the man can balance humor and drama very well. Mm-hmm. Spider-Man being a very jovial character. Mm-hmm. And, light spoilers here. Talking No Way Home, that movie full of awesome jokes, awesome one-liners, but then you give us the death of Aunt May. The guy can juggle emotions, and we're talking about the first family of Marvel here with Fantastic Four. Yeah, lots of fun, lots of funny one-liners, especially with Johnny Storm and Ben Grimm just bouncing off each other, and then we can get into the heavy stuff with the Fantastic Four. A lot of heavy moments in those books. If you kids aren't reading like older Fantastic Four. There's some heavy stuff in there, man.
Especially your boy Hickman's run. Fantastic.
Oh, God. It's in my top 10.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Easily in my top 10.
Hands down.
I would love to have seen John Watts' interpretation of this.
I would, too. And it bums me out, but I completely understand.
I get it.
I'm glad that we didn't
take care of yourself, man.
I'm glad we didn't get deep into it. We're still early
where he's
on.
like shooting. And then Zack Snyder's it, which I guess it wasn't really
Zack Snyder's fault for sure. But
it was... Never mind.
Yeah, Eric, you terrible, terrible person. John Watts. The only thing that it gives me hope is that we're going to get most likely a fresh new take.
Oh yeah, sure.
Every time it seems like a director leaves a Marvel project, somebody else comes in and fills the shoes very, very well. I mean,
look with Ant-Man and Edgar Wright.
Ant-Man, Sam Raimi coming in for Doctor Strange 2. This movie looks fantastic.
It's going to be a good spin on this. I think all the Thor movies were directed by different directors, too. They all look very different.
Yeah, Kenneth Branagh did the first one. I can't remember who did the second one, and then Taika Waititi did the third. Yeah. So, you're right.
The first one was weird. If you were going and rewatch it, all those weird Dutch angles, it's all, like, shot weird, like slanty. It's like, what happened?
Doing different stuff, man. I love Kenneth Branagh. I really enjoy the first Thor. I enjoy the second Thor.
Yeah, it's fine.
But the third Thor is amazing. Yeah. So we'll see. Who takes the helm. There's been no talk on it. I wonder if they'll announce something by Comic-Con by July.
Marvel's got to move on this.
I know, man. Where the pandemic's over. We got wheels. We're moving.
Rona is over, kids.
Yes.
Take those masks off. Go out and kiss each other. Cough in each other's faces.
Don't do that.
I am completely joking.
RAC podcast does not express these certain things. Eric Icarus's thoughts are his own and his own alone. But we're gonna get somebody new, and I'm excited.
I'm excited, man. This is definitely, I'd say, the movie we're all excited for.
Do you want a known, or do you want them to find somebody else?
I want Marvel to do what Marvel does best. I'm in a strange way. I'm kind of glad that John Watts stepped away.
Yeah.
We've already gotten his vision of the MCU.
Yes.
I want them to get somebody fresh like they have been, kind of plucking these, not necessarily obscure TV indie directors, but they that's what they do.
Yeah.
Marvel is in the business of making stars. And I think that I'm excited to see who they're going to get.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you who I'd want. I have no ideas of who I'd want to direct these Fantastic Four movie. Maybe we do that next time. I don't know. But I don't know. I'm excited. This is a biggie.
It is a biggie.
You can't fumble this one.
Yeah, this has to be a tent pole for this and later phases. Somebody's new vision of what the MCU has to offer.
Because I'm going to say this straight up: those last Marvel movies, they made money, but they did not make MCU money.
Yeah, they're not. They're
too weird and obscure was the problem, and Corona.
It wouldn't shock me if we are getting towards some type of of superhero fatigue.
Sure.
I'm not feeling it, but I'm seeing a lot of people feel it.
Right. And I think that maybe that's why we get some new blood in here.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they have been with Shang-Chi, which was a great movie.
Yeah.
Black Widow, great movie, but they weren't making the Billy. They weren't making Spider-Man Far From or No Way Home, dude.
And I mean, John Watts, more hats off to him because he handled starting a new franchise, following a failing franchise, dealing with not just Sony but Marvel Studios,
two
different heads, and still managed to deliver us 3 Spider-Man movies that got better as they went on.
Oh yeah,
with arguably No Way Home being a top 5 MCU property.
Oh God, yeah. Come on now.
And I know that they have fantastic writers. I'm not saying I'm not trying to throw any shade.
The director he's the leader of the project.
He's the guy who's got to take all the bullets for the most part.
Exactly.
So he did his time. He put in 3.
And you know what?
I think he's the only director to do 3.
I think you're right,
dude. He might have been the only director to do 3 consecutively.
Franchise.
Yeah, because Singer came back.
For
to
X-Men, yeah, he doesn't count. Dude. Yeah, the Singer don't count, man. Because I've heard things about Singer where he don't even direct his movies.
Yeah, sounds like Second Unit has way more to do.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and Singer, you're a bad man.
Yeah.
Granted, I'm happy that you gave us what you gave us, but you know what? You, man.
Yeah. We needed a little bit, and you gave us too much, apparently.
But yeah, we'll see what's up, man.
We've been talking about Doctor Strange coming out this week. Yeah. Again, your boys, we're going to be there so that we can not get anything spoiled for us, and so we can chat about it on the. I think on the next episode we'll be talking about it.
We'll see what's up.
Unless we have to do some type of emergency thing, telling you that we cried our little baby eyes out on how good it was. So we'll see. But Marvel saw fit, and I always get weird about these things, but they gave us one
last one
more look at the film. There was
one for the road.
There was a TV spot that came out this week, or in the last 5 days, that shed a little bit more light, got a little bit more of the speculation guys coming, because, and spoilers if you haven't seen it, we had seen flashes in the past of, is there going to be a Captain Carter cameo? And we straight up see somebody being hit with the shield, and we just see the shield show up on screen really quick. Not hit by the shield, but hit and they have the shield and then kind of, blocking. We did see the British, Captain Carter shield. We saw what I thought was Shumagorath. But the... somebody online said that it's a different cosmic entity.
Okay.
So I'm not entirely sure there. Shumagorath is this big-eyed tentacle thing, which is one of... I don't know if
Straight out of H.P. Lovecraft, baby.
Yes, and I don't know if it's technically part of the Vishanti or if it's just another... Which are the Vishanti are kind of the... in the comics, it's where the Sorcerer Supreme derives a lot of their power from.
Oh, okay.
The Vishanti. They talk about the books of Vishanti, I believe, in the first film.
That sounds like a stripper name.
It does. Or a late 90s R&B singer.
Yeah.
And, so it was great to see there's going to be some awesome CG on this. But the biggest thing for me, guys, is I can't believe it's taken 24 years. Wow, it has taken 24 years.
It's been that long, baby. Yeah.
We see a camera pan up, and just before we get too much, we hear Patrick Stewart talking, and we get the yellow hover chair.
Yes.
From X-Men.
Come on,
dude. I am so excited with Kevin Feige and his people over there. I mean, Fox, you idiots. You absolute idiots. They're going to give us Xavier in a movie, and the first time out, they're going to give us exactly what we want from a visual standpoint. Why was this so hard? I hope that X-Men are going to make they're going to be billion-dollar pictures.
God, yeah.
And shame on you, Fox, for all of
this.
Yeah, for all of your butterfingers.
You had some good movies.
You had it.
But, and like I said, we're not trying to dump on the whole thing.
Shame on you.
X2, great. Great movie. First Class, great.
Yep.
Days of Future Past,
amazing. I love it.
Is that it?
But I mean, I think there's 9 X-Men movies, X-Men related films. 2 of them are Deadpool.
Yeah, and those don't count. Really.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So, and we get Mordo straight up taking Doctor Strange and saying, spoilers, the Illuminati will see you now.
Yep. Everybody essentially. Jaws hit the ground. Yeah. We all assumed.
We assumed.
But when you hear it,
yeah,
you're like, okay. Here we go. Here we go. And I want to know who the Illuminati is.
Besides Xavier.
Yeah, gotta be Xavier.
I think we're gonna get Black Bolt. I think we're gonna get Ansel.
I think this is how we get the Inhumans too.
I think it's gonna be Black Bolt from the show. Because he was great.
He was
Ansel, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
He was great. It's just that script, that whole storyboard was just garbage. It was so bad. The Inhumans could be so cool.
It could have. Well, like you said, they acquired Fantastic Four, and they're like, well, we were gonna do Inhumans insteid of Fantastic Four, but
yeah.
And now that they've got the real thing, even though completely different teams.
Yeah.
But I'm
still holding out for Doom.
They can't do it They can't do it like this.
Well,
they can't do it like this. I'd be really disappointed if they.
I definitely see. I definitely see what you're saying.
He is a big bad that needs his proper introduction in the Fantastic Four.
I hope one of them has a gauntlet. Just one of them, like, hey, like I am the gauntlet wielder from my timeline,
and it can't, but it won't work in this reality.
Yeah, like I never liked, like I like the idea in the comics, like other gems don't work in different realities and different multiverses, but they should work like in the vicinity. Okay. Like, so if I'm a gauntlet holder and I go to Universe B, I should be able to do power project. I just can't manipulate everything there, but things in my general area, you know, like I still have power from the Power Stone. I just can't change the reality of here, but I can change the reality in my vicinity. Sure. That would be cool.
That would be okay.
You know,
fair enough.
Like time, I can affect time in my general area, you know, but just not that universe's time without their stones.
You know, this is crazy because, like we said, Moon Knight will be concluding its run this week, day before Doctor Strange comes out. I want to know what implications this. I mean. We'll get into this later, but Moon Knight, not my favorite thing right now, but we got to know. Does this tie in somehow? Is Marvel going old school and start tying their shows into these movies?
Well, I mean, they've been doing that to set up the film phase, but this is going to be the first thing that's really coming out, like that could have, especially with all of the God stuff.
Yeah, right.
With Thor: Love and Thunder showing us that they're going to be doing the Olympians to an extent. We know that Gore the God Butcher is going to be in there. There is a thread.
Oh, big time.
If they want there to
absolutely.
be. And we've postulated, the internet has as well, is there going to be a tie-in to Love and Thunder? And I can only hope so. We're going to really touch on episode 5 and episode 6 of Moon Knight in next week's episode as well. Just because we've been kind of bouncing back and forth on each other's dislikes and likes of the show.
Yeah, and it's just going to go too long, and we had a lot going on today.
Yes,
we did. A lot of news going on today, but we will give you your Moon Knight fix next week.
We will. We'll do the last 2 episodes together, just to kind of, and then something of an overview so that we can talk about and get your guys' thought process on on the show.
Yeah, this is going to be. Yep, I want to know. I want to see the fallout from Moon Knight if it goes into Doctor Strange in some way.
Yeah.
I want to know who our Illuminati are going to be in this movie.
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions. I just got lots of questions.
I'm so excited about that. It's going to be ridiculous. Like Eric even forgot that we were going to go watch the movie this week.
Oh yeah, so there's just so much going on. And he's like, we're going. I'm like, I'll be there.
Moon Knight series finale. Doctor Strange, free comic book day, Mother's Day for everybody. So
turns in Johnny Depp's bed, baby.
Dude, it's a full load. It's a full load, kids. That is our show. If you like what we're doing, please hit that subscribe button. Click the bell so that you know when we have new episodes being posted, and let us know what you think of the show in the comments.
Yeah, talk to us.
Yeah, are you bummed about Neal Adams? What are your favorite Neal Adams covers? Are you weird and happy that he's gone? Don't you ever say that, all right? He's a good artist, all right? One of the best.
He's the best.
Are you guys going to be watching Doctor Strange this week? If so, let us know below. Eric, do you have any final thoughts for us today?
I just want to say love is it's a difficult thing, man. And if you can't work it out in the bed, work it out in the courtroom. Don't ever get married, kids.
Oh, Jesus. I have been your happily married host, Roman Chavez.
I am your unhappily divorced co-host, Eric Icarus.
And we will catch you on the next podcast.